All right, so as you can see, they in Colombia they putting together the same isolation domes that they had in the movie. You know, now in the movie they did it because there was a nuclear explosion that happened. You know, and there's radiation everywhere. So um, when they came in and took the young girls, you can see they was harvesting uh, stuff. It looked like, and then they got only young kids, so they was harvesting, and eventually they was gonna take all um, the organs and whatnot, or you know, might use them for something else, but normally it's usually them taking all the organs. But one thing I wanted to point out is that, as you can see, the young girl, she wasn't dead or nothing, and then he came back and was like acting like as if she was dead and whatnot. It's part of Esau witchcraft, but they really couldn't do nothing to get her because they didn't have no weaponry or anything, no way. But ultimately, what you see in the movies is happening in reality right now, and if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen. You know, so these movies um, aren't anything to take lightly. That's one way. One way you uh, enhance your discernment, so to speak, is by watching these movies and picking through the bones. You get your spiritual, you exercise your spiritual filter because the actual filter is the scriptures, you know, and then you're able to bring the scriptures to life when you add these movies because people watch movies. Jake and them ain't got nothing to do. They don't got no lives. So if they not out working, they're in the house with some woman watching a movie or at the movies, you know, Netflix and chill, all that type of stuff, man. You know, so I'm gonna start off with let's see, this Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "And that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe." Right, man. So all this stuff that they showing you in the movie is actually coming to pass and actually happening now because the prophecies are speaking. But you know, when the apostles first came out, and you know their elders, you know, a lot of stuff wasn't happening. Now it's speeding up, man. So it's imperative that you know kick in the gear, man. You know, and as you can see, they had the troops. They had the troops carrying out orders. Same thing that's gonna happen when they when they push the RFID chip, and then when they really lock everything down. They already sending the troops out at the vaccination stations. They all the troops that they brought in for Biden's inauguration. That was a part of the part of the agenda, just to lock America down, because they got to bring in this new world order. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be seditions among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." And that's when all hell breaks loose. You know, Jake them rising up against the government, man, and then it turned into like race wars, class wars, etc. And people gonna be able to do whatever they want. In that day. They're gonna be able to kill you how they want to do, kill you, take you for spoils, etc. Man, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. So just like how they got them isolation domes set up, you best believe there's gonna be troops guarding them isolation domes or particular cities. People not gonna be able to come into the cities because the cities are going to be quarantined off. And it's gonna be the military at the what do you call it, county line or the city line into the next city. The second Ezra chapter 16 verse 38. Uh, Slack it. I'm gonna start at 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, right? And one of the plagues is pestilence, and that's what this whole COVID situation is about. And it's only gonna get worse. It might be worse or disease than this, man, because you still got Psalms 91. I'm gonna bring that in too. It says, as when a woman, verse 38, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, and 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Now I'm finna jump to verse 68. It says, huh, yeah. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, talking about them troops, them FEMA troops, etc. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Right, so them troops is gonna be giving it, passing out the chip, like how they got it set up now. Do I got that? Oh, man. I forgot to do that lesson. Um, but it says, and they that consent unto them shall be heard in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Right, man. So those that don't take the chip, or those that do take the chip, they still gonna get effed up, so to speak. But the troops are here to guard and make sure that this agenda is passed, man. Okay, I'm gonna cut it there. I hope I didn't lose you, Akim. This is Psalm chapter 91, verse 5. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence which is diseases that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Talking about the elect, man. The chosen, not going to be afraid of none of this stuff, man. From destruction to the pestilences. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Right, man. And what can do one thing that can do that is pestilence. And that's what's coming. That's what's coming. With this COVID situation, Esau be lying about the numbers, just to push forth his agenda, man. You know, but yeah, eventually it's going to come out like And that's how they try to play it in the news. 3,000 died here, and it's one day a record high, and all this extra shit. But we don't see none of that evidence at these hospitals. Um, uh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about. I think in the beginning probably, but where's all these bodies going? That they saying dropping, like how it's dropping. You know, if anything, this would be the right time to invest in the in funeral homes and shit, man. But it says only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. All right, I'm gonna cut it there. This is Romans chapter 3. Yeah, it's a lot here. 3 verse 1. It says, what advantage then hath the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way chiefly, because that unto them were committed the oracles of the Most High. For what if some did not believe? And that's talking about for you people. Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Just because y'all don't believe does that mean that what the Lord say isn't going to happen? God forbid. Yea, let the Most High, Yahweh Shai, be truth, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and be overcome. That's like it. And mightest overcome when thou art judged. Right. So ultimately, what the Lord said is going to happen. You know, we justified in our sins because we get it about the scriptures, the Bible. But man is a liar. Man can't prove to you the things that they say unless they get it about the scriptures, man. And that can only go so far unless you are one of the chosen, you know. And the chosen are here to teach, you know. That we were given this lot from Yahweh Shema Shai to teach. So, you know, Yahweh of the elect. But I ain't gonna hold you up, brothers, up too long. Satan, fuck with my computers, you can see. But call out Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that we will. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.